when you think about the current quarter here, what was it that really guided you to beat before we talk about the forward look?
Well, we were very happy, and thanks for having me. We were very happy with the second quarter results coming in above expectations on most of the major metrics. The one metric where we came in line with what we had told the street last quarter, we gave a projection that we pretty much hit the middle of it, was because the airline tickets were less than we thought they'd be. Air tickets, especially in the US, have dropped a bit. But for us, that's not a big deal because we don't make money based on the price of the tickets. So it really didn't affect any of the other metrics. It didn't affect revenue, doesn't affect EBITDA, didn't. We came in with very good EBITDA numbers, well above expectations. But sometimes the street, takes a look at that, but much more so looks forward, looks what we said about the third quarter. And they obviously said, not so sure about the future. I, of course, don't worry too much about the short run. I worry more about the long run. Long run, it's still well intact.
Well, let's talk about the medium run. You looked at the employment numbers this morning. You have a whole market that is pretty spooked by the slowdown that we're seeing. It all came in below expectations. And the real worry here is if you have wage growth moderating, if you have inflation moderating is a good thing, but you still have that pressure of higher interest rates for now. That could be an overhang here of anyone looking to perhaps buy a trip on a credit card. When you look at the employment numbers as a CEO here in an industry where people are looking to spend that extra dollar, do you worry that things are slowing down?
Well, there are a couple of things to think about on that, especially about our company. We're extremely global. So it's interesting, people, when you have a discussion about unemployment, we're talking the US, we're not talking global. And yet, for our business, it's very global. So, yes, the US is a big market, but it's nowhere near what our full global business is. So, it's one small part. And yes, people are talking about sort of a two-speed economy in the US, where people who are having a little harder time at the lower part of the economic spectrum. That's true. But again, for travel, a lot of those people weren't traveling to begin with, unfortunately. They weren't able to travel. So the fact that they still can't travel, not as big a deal. What we talked about in our call was that we had not seen, in terms of globally, any real reduction in star rating, nor have we seen a reduction globally in terms of length of stay. Those are two metrics we look at in terms of a canary in the coal mine to see if there's a pullback in travel. So overall, we did mention a little bit of a mild moderation in Europe. But again, not a big deal. But I think people, they jump on any sort of news, short-term traders jumping on it, moving quickly. For me, long-term is what matters.